Hey everyone, it's baze.djunkiii transmitting from Hamburg, Germany, back with a new video, and well, back with a new unboxing video because I received mail today. I had like 2 envelopes sitting in my postbox, one of which I'm gonna open this evening. It's Saturday. I spent the whole day at the record store, like working my usual like Saturday shift and stuff, which was quite interesting, and it's always astounding how fast like the Combat Dubs 2 7-inch cells, whenever you like recommend them to people, even if you don't tell them like that you're the one behind that record and stuff. And we had like 2 more in stock at the store, surprisingly, because like they were coming back from like another like distributor, and they shipped it back to our main distributor, and so we ordered them, and they're like flying off the shelves still. And now I sold probably the very last ones. Those might be gone forever, but new stuff to come. But before I'm gonna reveal what this is, probably next week, let's dive into this envelope quickly, which came in from Sweden, with some like very beautiful stamps and stuff, like a whole set of stamps. There is no like sender on the back, so this is blank, but like from the weight and from the total feel, I get the thing that there's a CD album sitting in there, and which will be reviewed on my website, baze.djunkiii, of course, which is linked down in the description box. And by the way, night styles, I'm not the big number guy, so I'm not like checking statistics all the time and stuff, but last year I have hit like close to 500,000 views and like on my website, which is quite a lot, like in terms of running a website that you don't promote much, and that's mainly dealing with highly experimental electronic and like jazz music. So it's not like the main big flashy pop thing, but like 500,000, nearly 500,000. This is like quite a number I'm proud of, and hopefully I will exceed that like this year, but it might be looking good so far. But now let's dig into this envelope quickly. Let's see what is in there. Actually, there is a kind of address on here, but I'm not too sure if it's valid or not. So it doesn't say like anything about like a sender, so just a PO box. So this is like tricky. But before I go into this, one thing that comes to mind: yesterday I had a surprise sitting in my post box, because in fall of 2K19, so like 1.5 years ago, I read some article about like how tricky it is for the techno scene and underground electronic music scene in the Philippines. And there's like a label that runs things and stuff, but they don't have access to much music, I guess, and it's all like very underground and stuff. And I decided, I had recorded a mixtape on like an old cassette I had recovered, and I decided to find out an address and send it over to the Philippines, to Manila actually, to like just send a shout out to those guys over there, and like send them some new music, and like get them a kind of flavor of like old school mixtape DJ culture and stuff. And what happened was that this mixtape, which I sent like 15 or 16 months ago, popped up in my postbox once again yesterday, which, because it wasn't claimed in Manila somehow, I don't know if they had to pick it up or what the deal was. It was just a shot into the blue, into the night, and like, which failed unfortunately. So I got a mixtape sitting here that I will send to someone else, I guess. So this happened, but it was sad. But the stickers I sent them as well were still in there. Some of them like kind of shrunk for some reason, so maybe it's the moisture and stuff. So I don't know how the climate is in the Philippines, but I guess it's way warmer, and also like way moister in terms of like watery and like atmosphere and stuff. So yeah, this happened. But now let's go into this envelope, which contains a letter and stuff. And here is the envelope, which is empty, and there is a note, a handwritten note actually, which looks like this. And there is a release info, which looks like this, and photos on the back. And this is for an album called Stratosphere, or Stratosphere as it's like written in Swedish, I guess, from a guy or made by a guy called Staffan Brasjö. Written and spelled like this, so if I butchered your name, Mr. Staffan Brasjö, I'm very sorry, I don't speak Swedish. The stratosphere is the atmospheric layer ranging from an altitude of 15 to 50 kilometers, encircled by the troposphere and the mesosphere. The stratosphere is characterized by temperatures rising by altitude. Okay, this is like a conceptual thing with like meteorology, whatever the phrase is, you know, all the science that deals with climate and stuff, and with the weather. And around that, Staffan Brasjö arranged an album, I guess, with a group of chamber musicians, which include Josephine Runstedt, Wilhelm Bromander, which is a name that is quite familiar to me because I have had like Mr. Bromander on albums I reviewed as well, and Staffan Brasjö, who was born in 1989, a pianist, organist, composer, and choir conductor, educated at the Academy of Music and Drama in Gothenburg and the Royal College of Music in Stockholm. Jazz pianist by trade, but also familiar with classical music and, like, of course, boys choirs and stuff, and has recorded several albums with several groups, and he has produced an album that has been dealing with like the concept of the stratosphere, which looks like this. I'm gonna remove that shrink thing because it doesn't work with the glare, of course, and seemingly is on its own label because the catalog number is SB01, so I guess musicians like releasing their stuff on their own has become a thing. Looks beautiful. I like this kind of color, which is a kind of in German we said ocker, but I don't know what the English phrase for that is, or the English word. It's a very distinct color, and I remember I had like in my rave days when I wore like beanie hats all the time. I had like an XL beanie hat, and XL was the like clothing brand run by the Beastie Boys, and that had this kind of color as well. So I'm kind of drawn to it. Mustard might be also a name. So it's a 9-track album with tracks that are called Archaeopteryx, Butterflux, Cirrus, Stratosphere, and some other things I don't try to pronounce because I'm not butchering anything anymore, so I cannot speak Swedish. CD looks like this, by the way, and we got this little letter which I will read here. Hello Bass Junkie, I hope you will enjoy listening to my coming album Stratosphere. I would be most thankful for any type of mention, review, etc. Please do not hesitate to contact me for any questions. Thank you, Staffan Brasjö, in Stockholm, January 22. So I mentioned this, and I will review this, of course. So Stratosphere is on my list for review on my website nightstyles.de. Will be popping up within a few days, I guess, maybe tomorrow, maybe the week after or so. In a few, like in the short time, I will gonna review this. I really like that. Also, this is kind of like, I don't know, it's supposed to be layers of the atmosphere, but it also looks like a kind of old school model people make up or made up for the universe. So with the sun in the middle and like all those circling planets and moons and stuff and stars. So I really like this approach, and I'm very curious what this is. Chamber music coming from the Scandinavian countries is always interesting because it has a kind of like jazzy and somehow different vibe. So it's not like thinking medieval chamber music usually, but some more contemporary and modern stuff. So I'm curious what this is. I'm going to go into review mode tomorrow or the day after or whenever I come to it. So there's a few things popping up in the next week, which will like take away a little bit of time, but I'm going to review this soon. And now I'm going to go into editing mode because I've been rambling too long, I guess, and I want to get this video up. So Bass Junkie out for now. If you like this one, of course, like, subscribe, follow, check BANDCAMP, and give me a comment and all the good stuff. And I'm gonna see you in the next one. See you later.